There is still a lot of buzz around a film at the Seattle International Film Festival weeks after it came to a close. This film won the Golden Space Needle Audience Award and a Grand Jury Award from the New American Cinema Competition. It is called Know Your Place. It's set in Seattle and was made by a filmmaker from Western Washington.
He spoke to KIRO 7's Ranji Sinha in our latest story from Western Washington Gets Real.
Your life doesn't use cinema. Cinema uses your life. And I really resonate with that.
For Zia Mohajer Jaspi, his first feature-length film draws on the people and places he knows best, Seattle.
It tries to capture the spirit of the Seattle that sort of I grew up in at this time of transition.
The story sees two boys linked to Seattle's African immigrant community trying to traverse the city, a city that's shifting and transforming.
Things are always changing. We see it reflected in every aspect of material existence.
His prior short film showcases his style and vision through the lens. Stretching this type to a feature length was a natural outcome for the filmmaker, whose father is from Iran and mother is from white center with Eastern European roots. In Know Your Place, Seattle is as big a star as the actors and communities profiled.
Who sort of gets to be here and who doesn't? And so I guess the film seeks to kind of create a story that kind of grounds that narrative that can, this idea of gentrification is something that I think is very multidimensional.
Know Your Place was filmed in 2018 in the Central District, Chinatown International District, Capitol Hill, and Queen Anne. While African immigrants play a role, Mohajer Jaspi is not from Africa, but feels connections to those communities.
There's a cultural kinship between just a lot of second-generation born kids in general in America. There's sort of this cultural kinship. There's like a Middle Eastern sort of bent to a lot of things culturally.
The change that characters in the film face are changes Mohajer Jaspi has also experienced.
Put that on everything.
He says it has garnered interest from other festivals and is interested in distribution. For now, he's soaking in what it means that his film could bring a different side of Seattle to the world.
What is maybe unique about what has happened with our film and the efforts that I've made as a filmmaker here in Seattle is that this isn't typically the stories that we see from Seattle, and we don't typically see Seattle represented or shot the way that this film does.
For Western Washington Gets Real, Ranji Sinha, KIRO 7 News.